I was going to suggest to my kids today that we go ahead and clean out the bookshelves, but instead it's such a beautiful day outside. I think we'll go plant some seeds. We're a little late on planting our fall garden, but better late than never, and some things might come up, so we'll just have to see. We already had a nice beet and turnip crop. It wasn't great, but it got us several jars canned and we were eating them fresh throughout the summer. So that was nice. We just planted turnips in that bed over here, and we're getting ready to plant beets here. We'll probably plant some other things, maybe some radishes and lettuce. Our lettuce did not do well this year so far, so hopefully we'll have better luck for the winter garden. I never used to like beets. I always thought they tasted like dirt. And then I got these. They're bull's blood beets. I got these from Baker Creek, but there are other companies that sell them. And they don't taste like dirt. They taste really sweet, and they have a very vivid red color. We have not tried the greens, so I can't say if those are good or not, but so far these are my favorite. I also like the Detroit red beet. It doesn't taste like dirt either. So if you haven't been trying beets because you feel like they taste gross, maybe just try a different variety. Some of them really do taste like very earthy, but these are nice and sweet. They store pretty good in dirt, ironically, right? But they store pretty well. We put them in like potting soil one year and they stored pretty good. This year we went ahead and canned them because we had an early crop, and this fall crop, if we get some, we'll probably go ahead and store them either in damp sand or damp soil inside the garage so they don't freeze, but they do need that dampness or they get like all mushy and dried out. But not too wet because then they'll rot. This year we decided to do this landscape fabric. It's like a commercial quality landscape fabric. You see a lot of market farmers use it. I was having some health problems. I still am, but I'm recovering. I'm doing a lot better than I was, thank the Lord. But I knew that I wasn't going to be able to get out here and weed like I should. So we decided to try this, and we have not had to weed at all this year, which is pretty exciting. There are some drawbacks to it, like I made these holes too small. For beets, they are not going to fit through here. So we just take up the staples that we put along the sides and take out the beets as we need them. It's not ideal. Next year we'll probably just make the holes bigger, and I think that'll help a lot. Germination's been terrible this year. I planted some spinach and lettuce and radishes, and I will admit we didn't water as good as we should have. But normally it will still come up, and this year we got maybe one spinach out of this little bed. It's a small bed, I'll show it to you. But it's just a little 4x4 bed. But we got one spinach, and I think there might be 2 radishes coming up over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and plant some more. I like to plant Bloomsdale long-standing spinach. It's less likely to bolt. It still always bolts on me. And we're going into winter, so that doesn't really matter, but it's what I've got, so that's what we're planting. This is Tulip. You may have seen her in some of our other videos or on Instagram. She's a big star there. She's our milk cow. She's currently in milk, but soon she won't be because she's due in November. So we're going to be drying her off next week. And she gets a 2-month break, so she can put her energy towards growing her baby instead of making milk. And that's Faline. What are you doing, Tully? Faline she was our first milk cow, and she came with a heifer calf, but the heifer calf was about 6 months old, I think, when we got her, maybe 4, and she had never been milked before. So I was new to milking, and she was new to milking, and she just wasn't having it, so she ended up not being a milk cow. And now she's a pet cow, because if the cow's not milking and not pregnant, they put on too much weight. Jersey cows are just genetically bred to make a lot of milk, and they use the energy that they get from the hay and the grass to make that milk, or to grow baby, or both. So if they're not doing either, they tend to get kind of heavy on the heavy side. And she's overweight. We do try to manage her weight by, not overfeeding. It's really hard in the summer because we have all this pasture. But that's why she's not a milk cow anymore. I think she's almost 7. So the odds of us getting her thinned out and bred are probably not very good. So she just keeps Tulip company. We may let Faline go if Tulip has a baby and it's a heifer. Otherwise, Faline will probably just hang out until she's I guess, old enough to pass on her own. Or we don't know what the future holds for her. But we love her. She's a very sweet cow. We're done planting for the day. We got beets, turnips, lettuce, radishes, spinach. I think that might be it. Now we just need to water it, and it's supposed to rain for the next few days, so God should do the work for us for the next few days, hopefully.